Is there someone in here that's willing to answer some questions? If you are, can you cross the rods, please? Thank you. My name is Lance Anderson. I've been a paranormal investigator for the past 15 years. My interest in the paranormal started when I was working for the medical examiner's office in Boston. In my nearly 10 years there, I have seen thousands of cases of traumatic or untimely deaths. All these cases had a story to tell, whether it was through an investigation, medical exam, or an autopsy. My time there made me start to wonder if there was an afterlife and if there were untold stories to be heard. We have assembled a team of unique personalities, each with their own skills and talents, to help the deceased tell their story.
To talk to the group from Massachusetts Paranormal, and we want them to tell us the stories about this treasure of an antique shop I've heard so much about, and so many things happening here. We've heard stories, now we want you to hear them too, so we're going to open it up. This is Lori, Jennifer, and Paul, correct?
Correct.
And so basically we're going to let them tell their stories.
I want to welcome you to the old Masonic building in East Bridgewater. It was built in 1892. The Masons were on the second and third level, and over the years there were probably 60 different businesses down on this location, on this floor, when the railroad station was active.
We were very fortunate to have a remote reading done by Raven over the phone. Raven was not given any information on the location in advance. I did send some pictures I had taken upon arrival. I have inserted audio clips from our phone call.
And I was telling her that it's important that I connect with you guys prior to your interviews and stuff, so we can kind of go through.
Oh, okay.
And that way I can assess and talk to you right then and there about what I'm picking up, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. The place you're at is pretty incredible.
Yes.
And hold on one second. I just want to pull up those pictures. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. In the picture of the building itself from the outside, you have about five or six faces in those pictures.
Nice.
And all of them are connected to the building. In one, you just get a picture of a huge eye looking out. It looks like he's looking out between, he's right in the middle. He looks like he's looking out between a sheet underneath him, and underneath his nose, and some kind of mesh above him. But he almost looks flesh-colored. But you can make out one of his eyes, but not both. It's very cool. You got a lot of them. And if you need help finding them, let me know and I'll do that with you. There is... Hold on. I want to go back and I want to... Oh, boy. I'm just going to write what I wrote because I wrote a whole bunch.
From people used to take pictures through the windows all the time and get images of all kinds of various things, children, or whatever.
There is a negative energy there, but he's not like ultra negative. He's just pissy.
Okay.
For lack of a better word. And I do apologize because I do swear.
We do not allow anybody to come in and provoke because you really don't know who you're dealing with. And I firmly believe that the personality that you have here on Earth, when you go to the other side, you probably have that same personality. So I'm sure there's a bunch of loving, wonderful people and souls, but there probably are a few that could be considered pains in the rear. But we just put up with it, and they put up with us, and this is their space.
So you were telling me something about the basement.
So now the investigator, one of them, said, we've got this very well-known psychic medium who says there's bodies in the basement. We've got the Godiva dogs from New Hampshire who found a spot. We have to bring in a ground penetrator, which I didn't even know what it was. But it does not disturb the earth. It just takes pictures like an MRI. So that person came with his machine He did not know where the dog sensed anything, but he ended up in the same spot. And he said, there is something between 4.5 and 5 feet down. I can tell you it's not rocks and it's not pipes. So now the investigator says, we have to get in touch with the local authorities. So the next thing I know, the East Bridgewater Police are here, and their detective, and the state police and their detective, and they were all wonderful because they could have said, these people are crazy. But they treated it as a crime scene and with respect, and they did what they could do. So,
Are you guys going into the basement as well?
Yes.
Because in the back of the basement, there's something not right down there. Okay? It feels like a darker... I refer to them as darker, but they're not malevolent or anything that you really have to worry about. They're just... angry.
Okay.
Put it that way. But you may find that as you go down the stairs to the back right, it's a little darker there than the rest of the place. And that's not because of lighting, it's because of him. Okay? And for some reason, he's connected with down there. And it feels to me like he crossed there. That's where he died. So I don't know if he hid down there at one time, but it would have been like, because it would have been like the 20s.
So you feel like he died in the basement?
Yeah.
the following day, the police started digging downstairs in the basement, in the dirt floor, in the spot where the dog sensed something. And because of the high water content in Bridgewater and East Bridgewater, as they're digging in the hole, water's filling the hole in, and it wasn't trickling, it was pouring in. So then they brought pumps in, but the poor police officer who was in the hole, they tried to put barricades up because he was going to... So the police officer,
Thank you.
he only dug down 3 feet because the sides were caving in around him. And that was the investigation. That's how it ended. The investigation was inconclusive because nobody went down 4.5 or 5 feet down. So our team went down. We placed a cross on the location. We said prayers. We said, if you would like to go to the light and be with your loved ones, you're welcome to go. If you feel comfortable and this is your space, you're welcome to stay. So that's all we felt that we were capable of doing at that point. Our photographer, Jen, had a new phone, and she was going to take some pictures with her new phone. She was not familiar with it, but Kate, our psychic, who does the table tipping, took dowsing rods off the front desk, and she was going to go down in the basement, and she was going to use the dowsing rods, which were going to go crazy anyway because of the water that's in the basement. And so I'll let Jen tell you what happened when we went down in the basement to have our pictures taken with our new shirts.
So when we had the dowsing rods going, I was following Kate all throughout the room. And I knew that there was a light bulb. I knew I was going to get an image, the blue light that's from the new phones. It transfers over. And I could see it on my phone, and I thought, okay, I know what that is, no big deal. And as we're going through, the dowsing rods just kept spinning, and I said to Kate, I said, let's ask the dowsing rods, if we're close to where you are located, will you make the dowsing rods stop? Dowsing rods stop. I said, can you point Kate in the right direction as to where she should go? The dowsing rods turn and point back towards me, so we knew that it was really pointing back to where the psychic and everybody else had noticed that the body could potentially be.
Was the cross there?
No, at that point the cross was not there. But with that said, once I left and I thought, oh geez, I didn't get anything on my phone, I flipped back through. I'm like, I caught everything. As we're rewinding and watching the video, the blue light actually takes form of a skull.
Do you guys have a website where we could find that picture?
We have a photo of it here. I do it just for myself to understand the paranormal. I don't post anything on TikTok. I don't do it because when you place things out there, people are always like, oh, well, that's fake. That's fake. But I knew that I captured it, and I thought, I'm not editing my film, not doing anything, so I know that it was realistic.
The interesting thing was, every time she zoomed into this, what looked like a skull, in one picture the mouth would be open, in the other picture it would be, there would be a skeletal hand covering the mouth, almost as if to say, be quiet, it's a secret, or, you know, and we were like, this is crazy.
Jen, Gina, and I go downstairs to investigate the basement. Stairs to nowhere.
Is that your red phone over there?
Yeah, it's muted, it won't even turn on. They identified where the bodies,
This is where the bodies are?
yeah, and that's why we have the cross.
See up top there, the tabs, it says switch.
No, use your camera to catch
Can't-
that
can't
because I can't catch it on here. Oh, there it is.
Someone down here willing to talk to us?
Thank you.
Are you the man that, from the 1920s? Was the era she said she was feeling you were from?
James, is that you? That's Lori and Paul walking upstairs on your recorder.
Yeah.
Still more footsteps upstairs.
I just gotta change the battery pack on the camera. The battery pack on the camera should have lasted a few hours more, as this was early in our investigation. After another minute or two, we moved to the front part of the basement, where the camera was now having some kind of audio interference. This was just as Gina started picking up figures on the SLS camera. Doing a little dance.
Did you use those stairs that are next that look like they go nowhere? Did you use those stairs? It's almost like they're sitting down, huh?
Like cross-legged,
Yeah.
and the arms are crossed too, which is a very closed posture. Could be an Indian posture, who knows?
Yeah, there were some other Indians in this area.
Oh, foot's in the air, hands in
Or
the
it's
air.
low ceilings.
Maybe.
They're worried about banging their head.
Well, they're all curled up in a ball, that's for sure.
Are you trying to hide from us?
Well, originally I thought so because it was hidden behind the wall.
Just
Oh,
chilling.
The battery pack on my camera is now depleted. There was no interference with the audio on the SLS camera.
Encouraged the thing. Oh, I got something. Got something.
Which side of the room?
On the other side of this brick wall. Hello. We were wondering if you were here. Thank you for showing up.
It is to me. She did say you want to talk to her.
Sitting cross-legged like an Indian. Oh, standing up now. There we go. Can you raise your hands in the air for me? Thank you.
Standing.
Raise your hands in the air. Thank you. How about both hands? Both arms in the air like you just don't care. Can you do it for me? Nope. Folding those arms. It's a very, oh, the other hand is up now. Thank you. I thought it was a closed posture. Again, the arms are folded. Are you pointing over there?
That's a great point. Let me go see if the ball's loading up by any chance. No?
I think it's pointing over here.
On that side?
Yeah, at the bottom of the stairs, like.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab the little ball.
Oh, it's moving. Oh.
Wow. Hiding under the back of the stairs.
Mm.
Crazy.
Kind of climbing the stairs backwards.
Scanning FM.
Freaky.
I decided to try and communicate using the ghost box. The ghost box rapidly scans radio frequencies without stopping. The ghost or spirit box are paranormal research devices that quickly scan through radio stations. If there are spirits that want to communicate, they may potentially stop on a radio station so a clear word or phrase cuts through the white noise.
Oh, no. Oh,
There's someone down here that would like to talk to us?
I lost him. Shoot.
I don't think he went far. It's still cold. Low to the ground. Cool.
Can you tell me your name, please?
It's not coming back, though.
Can you talk to me through the device I'm holding in my hand?
Finally, after about 10 minutes of nothing but white noise, we finally hear a voice.
Ooh,
That said something.
what was that?
Sounded like something.
I think it said 1 second. Was that you? Can you say that again? Did you say 1 second?
I'm fine trying to spot. It's not me. It is.
Ooh.
I'm not good at that stuff. I can't figure out what they're saying.
Oh, the cap off is going off. Cap off.
What?
The ball. And then something went through.
Yeah.
The cap ball was just going off.
And then I went over and touched it.
And as soon as you guys come over to film it, it's like, no, no. It's out there.
He's out there.
Yep.
Who's out there?
I thought he said
What's
down
his
there.
name? That was a woman's voice, too. Can you tell me your name?
We got two names, or at least two voices. One's female, one male.
We spent a little more time in the basement, but did not get any more voices, so we decided to investigate the first floor area.